morning. I'm Raymond with REV'D and we're going to be talking to Glen about his 2017 Chevrolet Bolt. Glen, why did you get this Bolt? As I understand, this is your second one?
This is my second Bolt, but I actually started in 2011.
2011?
I had a 2011 Volt.
Okay.
And then I got a 2014 Volt. I went to the company, my son lives in Denver. So I went to the dealer, I ordered my Bolt. I got it in June of 2017. In the end of August 2017, we were living in Houston. Hurricane Harvey hit.
Okay.
It flooded our whole neighborhood and our house.
Okay.
The car flooded out. It was moldy and stinky and it wouldn't start anymore. I called REV'D again, the dealer, and said, I need to buy another Bolt. He said, I'm glad to sell you one. In fact, to sell one person two Bolts in the same year is amazing.
Yeah.
So he sent me the paperwork. I didn't have to go there. I signed it, and while I was signing it, he actually shipped it on a truck to me in Houston.
Now, prior to the 2017 Bolt, you said that you had a Volt. Had you driven other electric cars, maybe the Nissan?
No, I actually focused because of the Chevrolet 2011 Bolt. I loved the car. It was flawless. Never had a service issue with it. Ran for the 3 years I had it. And then I got the 2014 Bolt because I wanted a newer one.
Yes.
Volt, and then I ran it for 30 some months. I leased both cars. And then I just like the way they drive.
One of the things I really enjoy about the electric cars is the lack of vibration and the lack of noise. What's your favorite feature of driving an electric car?
Zippiness.
The zippiness.
The zippiness.
Okay.
You push the pedal and it moves.
So 100% torque from 0 to...
Right.
Wonderful. So you never have to worry about shifting into second, third, fourth gear?
My wife has an ice car in
Yes.
the garage.
Yes.
I don't like it.
No?
When I push the pedal, I wait for it to move. And it's a nice car, a luxury car. I don't like it.
Now, what's your favorite feature of the Chevrolet Bolt?
It just has nice handling. It's quiet. It's zippy. I keep saying it, I really enjoy that bit compared to a gasoline car, which I haven't found one that really moves when you push the pedal. You wait. There's no gears, changing gears and all that.
Because you charge your car at home, do you also charge out in the field? Do you drive around and charge very often?
Yes, so my Volts came with a 120 volt, I think an 8 amp charger, or 15 maybe. This one did also. I keep them in the car as backup, but in the house, in the garage, I actually use my 220 volt level 2 charger all the time. 99.9% of the time I charge in my garage at night with my Clipper Creek 50 amp charger. Sometimes when I go to shopping centers, many of them have an EV parking spot that's nicer to park in. It's closer to the stores. So I'll park there, I'll plug in, use a few kilowatt hours of power, but I get a better parking spot.
Now, have you also noticed some shopping habits changing by driving electric? Do you favor stores that have electric charging versus stores that do not?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Mainly because I said you get a better parking spot. So my wife wants to go to a certain store and I will park at the lot that has the charger before we go to that store that's closer to the charger.
And walk a little extra distance than you did before?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Now, you said that you've had this, the Volt, any other electric cars in your future? Do you know anything about
I
this?
actually had a Model Y on order.
Oh, you did?
And they were going to deliver it in around May.
Okay.
Too early for this one. They have to return this one in December. So I delayed it till November. And then because of COVID, I said, why do I need two cars in the garage?
Yes.
So actually my wife said that. So we're going to delay the Model Y until after we get our vaccine. And we can both drive different places at the same time, and then I'll get my Model Y.
And any thoughts or considerations about the Ford Mach-E, the new Mustang coming out?
Not my favorite. I like a car like I like an iPhone.
Okay.
I like the car to be updated like my iPhone is updated. The Tesla does that all the time. GM really didn't do any updates on my Bolt or my Volt that were significant. There may be a little correction here and there. One time in 3 years. I know the Tesla gets updated more frequently. They're several years ahead of the GMs, the Fords, and everybody else. So that's why I really want to get the Tesla.
Now the Bolt is a front-wheel drive, is that correct?
Yes, front-wheel drive, and the Y is rear-wheel drive. Actually, dual, one front, one back.
And this was built on a traditional frame platform?
Yeah, it's interesting. If you look at the front, it was the way GM designed their car on the front end. They have the supports for an engine, and then they drop in a bracket with the electric motor on it to support the drive system. So it really isn't, it's designed by people who know to design ICE cars that modify the front for an electric engine versus the skid type car, the platform, where they design it for electric. So, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the car is electric, and I like it. I like the way it drives. It's the most important thing to me.
And it's that pickup, that get up and go, the little zippiness.
I call it zippiness.
Yeah. What I found, a lot of people initially thought the electric cars were going to be like some modified golf cart.
This is not a golf cart.
I know that.
This thing moves.
And how about the storage? How many? This will seat 5 people?
Yeah, my son's 6'2". He fits in as a driver and as a passenger. So it's pretty good.
Seat how many people?
5. It's 5 people.
Okay, great.
A family.
Family, great. And storage?
Storage is nice. He has a cover to keep against you know who.
Yes.
Nice room here. The back seats fold down. Even look at that.
Yes.
I can get in here. Back seats fold down. I've carried lumber.
Has a split 60/40?
Yeah, 60/40. There's even a second level down here where you can put more. You can take this out, or you actually, I found out, can do that and get it completely out of the way. Let me put it in right. It's hitting something there. So you have an even deeper trunk.
Great.
And even down, you can even go a little bit lower. Down there is no battery. Down there is the hiding place for the 120-volt charger and a few other things you can put in there. I actually had my ham radio transmitter underneath here so nobody would see it. So it's big. You can put all the shopping that we ever do, all the bags fit into the grocery store.
When you first started driving electric a couple of years ago, was there a bit of a transition going from a gasoline to electric, trying to find where to charge, how to charge, how long to charge? I charged at home with my level 1 originally on the 2011 Volt, and then several years later I worked at a company in Houston called ABB, and they actually put in a level 2 charger in the parking garage. So I would charge there because it was faster than charging at home. And then I finally bought a Clipper Creek charger, a Blink charger. Okay.
I used that for a while, and then I upgraded, I'll call it, to the Clipper Creek chargers.
Now the level 1 charger for most electric cars typically gets about 4 miles an hour.
Right.
Level 2 charger can get anywhere from 24 to 37 miles an hour, sometimes even a little greater. Your typical driving, were you following in line with most about 30, 40 miles a day?
Yes. While I worked, I went about 15 miles each way to work, about 30 miles.
Okay.
That was in the Volt and the Bolt, so I actually didn't use much gasoline.
Oh, no.
Only use it on longer trips.
Okay.
So on my first Volt, I drove, I think, 22,000 miles with 50 gallons of gas.
Oh my goodness.
My second Volt, the 2014, I did about 18,000 miles, it's only right back and forth to work, on I believe 22 gallons of gas.
Wonderful.
So almost all electric.
So starting the day, pretty much every morning, you'd have a full charge, you'd plug in the night before. Using a trickle charge, a level 1, you'd gain and recover almost everything, if not everything that you expended the day before.
That's right.
And now that you have a level 2 charger, that you would use for a 4 or 5 hour charge, is that correct?
I actually will not plug in every day.
Okay.
I might do twice a week now. That's, again, being retired, I drive for fun and meet my friends. Well, not with COVID today, but I will not charge it all the time. I may go 3, 4, 5 days without charging it, plug it in, and then in a few hours it's back up to full.
Now, do you use the regenerative braking to recover some of the miles while you're driving your car?
I'm a one pedal driver.
Okay.
I have the car in low all the time, and I use my 1 foot to drive and to slow down. I pre-think my distance, for stopping. So when I see a stoplight coming, I'll be ready to let off on the pedal and coast to stop. And then if I need to, I use the brake once in a while.
Okay, so the regenerative braking.
Yeah, my brakes are almost brand new. They barely get used.
Well, sure. And because of that, you don't have any wear and tear on the brakes. You're using the regenerative braking, similar to a gasoline car that downshifts. This uses more of the, I guess you'd call it reverse torque, to slow the vehicle down.
Yes.
And how long did that take to adapt to that style of braking or that style?
3 days maybe.
Okay.
It's fast.
Wonderful.
It's also fun. I use the regen going down hills here in Austin. Let off the pedal, let the car coast down the hill, gain 2, 3, 4, 5 miles, and then go some more.
Now, for me, and I don't know if it happened with you, do you find driving an electric car has changed your driving habits? Do you feel safer, more conscientious, more aware of your surroundings than when you were in a gasoline car?
I don't notice that difference.
Okay.
In reality, it's a car. It does what I like. It moves zippy when I need it to, getting on freeways or whatever. So I don't really notice any difference. It's a car, it moves.
Now, maybe you could answer this question. I think Chevrolet has had a unique history with the electric cars. Didn't they come out with the EV1?
They had EV1, correct.
And do you know much about the background of that particular car?
I mean, you see the movie about it.
There is a movie about it, a documentary.
No, I wasn't that interested in it, I guess, back then.
I didn't know much about it. Last year here in Austin, they had a show out at the Formula One, and they actually had on display an original EV1, one of the few remaining ones in the United States. Very unique car, and it was 20, 30 years ahead of its time.
That's right. It came from a museum, I think, in Oklahoma.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. I was there. I was volunteering as a driver and giving free rides.
I did the same thing, yes.
Who wanted to sit in a car and drive. I even let some people drive it, I believe, see how they would do, but they all liked it. I had 4 or 5 people in the car sometimes, and we did routes around, the little route they had for us, and they enjoyed it. I hope I convinced a few people to look at the EVs more.
Oh, yes. Do you know if anybody's had a negative reaction to you driving electric cars?
No, not at all. I mean, it's a car. And if you don't look at it, you don't see the tailpipe,
Sure.
you don't know it's anything other than a car.
And it would be hard to be negative because it's a positively charged car all the time.
By the way, the color is nice.
Yes, it is. It's almost a Longhorn orange.
Yes.
Not quite, but really nice and bright. And it's immaculate. This is a 17, you said?
Yeah, 2017. I take care of my cars. They look brand new now, and I finished. Wax them. Have a nice spray I use on them that keeps them pretty.
Beautiful. And how about the tire wear, tread?
It's 30. It's got 15,500 miles on it now, and there's almost no tire wear on it.
Great. I'm Raymond with REV'D UP.life. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we can't wait to see you at our next episode.